Bhagavatam class. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Status Quo, Chapter 17, Victory of Hiranyaksha over all the directions of the universe, verse 27 to 31. I'll start with Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanam Timurandasya Jnananjan Shalaka Chakshurunmritamena Tasmai Sri Gurve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapatakamulam Sri Gurur Vaishna Vam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Sacha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिकांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये ओम नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम वाचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः ओम नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततोऽज युदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तिकी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So let me okay. So the verse number 27 from chapter 17, Canto 3. तत्रो फलप्यासुरलोकपालकम् यद्घाननां वृषभं प्रचेतसाम् समयान् प्रलब्धुं प्रणिपच्य नीचवा जगद जगद जगत में देहि अधिराज संयुगान synonyms tatra there upalabhya having reached asuraloka of the regions where the demons reside palakam the guardian yad ghananam of the aquatic creatures rishabam the lord prachetasam varuna samayan smiling pralab pralabdum to make fun pranipatya having bowed down nichavat like a low-born man. Jagada, he said, me to me, Dehi, give, Adiraja, O great lord, Samyugam, battle. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Vibhavari is the home of Varuna, lord of the aquatic creatures and guardian of the lower region of the universe, where the demons generally reside. There, Hiranyaksha fell at Varuna's feet like a low-born man, and to make fun of him, he said with a smile, "Give me battle, O Supreme Lord." Purport by Srila Prabhupada ji. The demonic persons always challenge others and tries to occupy others' property by force. Here, these synonyms are fully displayed by Hiranyaksha, who begged war from a person who had no desire to fight. Verse number 28. Tvam lokapala adipatri Bruhashrava Viryapaho Durmada Veera Maninam Vijitaloke Akila Daicha Dhanavan Yadraja Shuyena Puraya Jatprabho. Synonyms: Farm, you Varuna, Lokapala, guardian of the planet, Adipati, a ruler, Bhrugashava of wide frame, Virya, the power, Apaha, diminished, Durmada of the proud, Veera Maninam, thinking themselves very big heroes, Vijitya, having conquered, Loke in the world, Akila all, Daicha the demons, Danava the Danavas, Yat when Raja Suyena with a Raja Suya sacrifice, Pura formerly, Ayajat worshipped, Prabhu, O Lord. Translation: You are the guardian of entire sphere and a ruler of wide frame, having crushed the might of arrogant and conceited warriors, and having conquered all the Daityas and Danavas in the world. You once performed a Rajasuya sacrifice to the Lord. Verse number 29. स एवं उत्सिक्तमद्येन विद्विषा दृढां प्रलब्धो भगवन् अपां पतिः रोषं समुत्तं सम्या शम्या स्वया धिया व्यवोचतङ्गोपशमां गता वयम्. Synonyms: Sa Varuna Evam Tas Yutsikta puffed up Madhyena with vanity, Vidvisha by enemy, Dudam deeply, Pralabdha mocked, Bhagavan worshipful, Apam of the water, Pati the Lord, Rosham anger, Samuttam sprung up, Samayan Smaya, Samayan controlling, Swaya Diya by his reason, Vyava- Vyavochat he replied, Anga, O dear one, Upasam Upasammam desisting from warfare, Gata gone, Vayam we. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Thus mocked by an enemy whose vanity knew no bounds, the worshipable Lord of Waters waxed angry, but by dint of his reason he managed to curb the anger that has sprung up in him. And he replied, O dear one, we have now desisted from warfare, having grown too old for combat. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ji. As we see, warmongering materialists always create fighting without reasons. Verse number 30. Pashyami nanyam purushat puratanath yas samyuge tvam pranamarga kovidam ara arada ishyate asura sa pehi tam manasvino yam krunate pava pavadarshasah pavadrushaha. Synonyms: Pashyami, I see, not, Anyan, others, Purushat, then the person, Puratanath, most ancient, Yahu, Samyuge, in battle, Farm to you, Ranamarga, in the tactics of war, Kovidam, very much skilled, Adrishyanti, will give satisfaction, Ashura Rushabha, Asura Rushabha, O, O chief of the Asuras, Ihi, approach, Tham, him, Manashvina, heroes, Yam, whom, Krinati, praise, Pavadrisha, like you. Translation: You are so skilled in war that I do not see anyone else but the most recent person, Lord Vishnu, who can give satisfaction in battle to you. Therefore, O chief of the Asura, approach him, whom even heroes like you mention with praise. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Aggressive materialistic warriors are actually punished by the Supreme Lord for their policy of unnecessary disturbing world peace. Therefore, Varuna advised Hiranyaksha that the right course to satisfy his fighting spirit would be to seek to fight with Vishnu. Verse number 31. Tam Viran Arad Adipajya Vishmaya Saishyasye Pira Saye Swabir Vruttaha Yastvad Vidinam Asatam Prash Prasnate Prash- Prasnate Rupani Date Sad Anugrihye Chaya. Synonyms: Tam, him; Veeram, the great hero; Arat, quickly; Adipadya, on reaching; Vishmaya, rid of pride; Shaishyasya, you will lie down; Virashasya, on the battlefield; Swabihi, by dogs; Vrutta, surrounded; Yah, he who; Tvat Viddhi, Tvat Viddhinam, like you; Asatam, of wicked persons; Prash, Prashantye, for the extermination; Rupani, forms; Date, he assumes; Sat, to the virtuous; Anugraha, to show his grace; Ichaya, with a desire. Translation by Prabhupada. Varuna continued, on reaching him, you will be rid of your pride at once and will lie down on the field of battle, surrounded by dogs, for eternal sleep. It is in order to exterminate wicked fellows like you and to show his grace to the virtuous that he assumes his various incarnations like Varaha. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Asuras do not know that their bodies consist of 5 elements of material nature and that when they fall, they become objects of pastimes of dogs and vultures. Varuna advised Hiranyaksha to meet Vishnu in his boar incarnation so that his hankering for aggressive war would be satisfied and his powerful body would be vanquished. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the Canto 3, 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Victory of Hiranyaksha over all the directions of the universe. Hare Krishna. So, so, well, as we have seen in the previous verses, how Hiranyaksha was able to gain so much strength. But actually, in the Srila Prabhupada's purpose, he calls the strength to be a demoniac, because uh, the strength is derived from the Supreme Lord. But um, i- when we, I mean, we have to see how it is utilized. When the strength is utilized against the supremacy of the Lord or defy the Lord's order, then uh, to harm the other creatures, right? It is called demoniac strength. But the same strength, when it is utilized in the service of Lord, uh, uh, protecting the living entities uh, f- and making them to surrender to the Lord, it is called the divine strength. So, uh, we have seen many different attributes of this demonic strength in the previous verses, right? Like when Hiranyaksha went to the Swargaloka, and when mm, there he went there. When he went to the Swargaloka, all the demigods um, in the Swargaloka fled in fear because they were completely afraid of the demonic strength that Hiranyaksha gained. So when Hiranyaksha reached the Swargaloka, it was empty, and because there was nobody there to show his strength, so he has to return back, and he started searching searching for someone to fight. So he started back, and so I mean, this is one of the attributes where like it's it's very much unnecessary, right? Like, to fight for no reason, and to just to exhibit his strength. So uh, so he didn't stop there, but actually his quest was to search for somebody, and to show his valor, how much strength, the demonic strength he gained. So he proceeds to the lower planets to find someone. And as he went deep into the ocean, right, uh, he he actually went deep into the ocean, and there were the living entities, the aquatic life was disturbed. They were also afraid of this demonic strength, and they fled away in fear. From here, like we can understand that not only devatas but also the other living entities in the lower planets can understand this demonic tendency. Because of that, they have to run away from Hiranyaksha. But as he was proceeding further into the lower planetary system, he finally reached Vibhavari, which was so the Vibhavari is the place where Varuna resides, and um, and and when Hiranyaksha reached there, he was so proud of his strength, and he challenges Lord Varuna, who who had actually no such desire to unnecessarily fight. So when he was asked to fight, Varuna becomes angry, but then he controlled his anger for different reasons. The whole episode, I mean, it was described in the verse 29 translation, which says like this, right? Like, thus mocked by an enemy whose vanity knew no bounds, the worshipful lord of the waters waxed anger. But by dint of his reason, he managed to curb the anger that had sprung up in him. And he replied, "O dear one, we have now desisted from warfare, having grown too old for the combat." So, in this purport, Prabhupada says, as we see that warmongering materialistics always create fighting without reason. And on the other side, we see Lord Varuna, who is the devotee of Lord. And even though there were reasons for him to fight, right? Somebody coming to his uh, uh, house and challenging, and even though I mean challenging, and he was being mocked, but still, I mean, even though he becomes angry, still with lot of reasoning, he stops his anger. So this is the wonderful quality of a devotee of Lord, who who always um, do checks and balances, and who 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 desisted from uh, actually entering into the war with Hiranyaksha. But on the other side, the devotees of on the other side, the non-devotees like the Asura, the Hiranyaksha, like he was a warmonger, and he wanted to show his valor. So he was doing all kind of mockery, and also he he went down to that level where he was begging Varuna on his feet to give a fight so that he can exhibit his strength. But actually, these are the demonic tendency where uh, they are they don't really have to do, but these the asuras, the non-devotees at the material level, um, they can go to that lower level. They can, you know, to uh, to get their things done. So we can clearly see, like, devotees of the Lord always act at the transcendental level for the welfare of others in pleasing the Lord. But whereas the non-devotees act at the material level for their own pleasure, for their own sense gratification activities. They don't really care about uh, the other entities. They always try to establish their supremacy over the others and try to lord on the things. So yeah, that's the subtle. I mean, that's the main difference between the devotee and non-devotee. They always, whatever the activity they perform, the devotees, they always try to put Krishna in the center, the Lord in the center, and try to please him. But whereas the asuras or the non-devotees, they try to please themselves. I mean, they don't care about others. They perform for their own sense gratification activities because they think they are the Lord of they want to Lord on everything. So I'll stop here, Prabhu, because I have to go to downtown office today. So uh, if anybody want to ex- continue the discussion, probably. Hello.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you for nice, class in the morning. As you were speaking, what came to my mind is, Hiranyaksha is expressing his desire to fight so he can show off. And this we can see even in everyday life.
Yes.
People, even though, it may not be physical fight, they want to come and throw their knowledge at us and say, hey, what are you doing there in ISKCON or in any other religious institution? And they try to, say, hey, there is no God or whatever, or they want to show how much they have learned in a particular area. And we face this constantly, so instead of coexisting in a peaceful way. So that is what came to my mind. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any further discussions, Prabhuji and Mate?
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat
Jai.
Pranam, Prabhu.
Srinivasa Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, nice discussion, actually. So I was just wondering about the pride, and a few days ago, on the last Sunday, I believe, Saturday or Sunday, how the pride can kill people. See, it's the basically, even though I don't have anything, the moment the people are born in material world, see the difference. When Jaya Vijaya, they are in the Vaikunta, they are the devotees of the Lord. The moment they stepped on in the material world, that means they want to be independent of the Lord. So what happened? They thought they are the Lords. So perverted reflection of a material world and the spiritual world. The moment we are there, we feel that we are servant. The moment you step on the material world, you feel that you are the owner and controller.
Very nice.
Mhm.
So that's
Right?
basically, because they lost the connection to the Lord and they started behaving.
Correct. So only they, but what about us?
Yeah, in the sense, we also have to keep that connection every moment with the
Otherwise,
Lord. The moment we lose that connection, we
Hmm.
become like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu.
So it is inbuilt actually. So it's very difficult to get out.
Right, right.
So it's just a comment, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. So can we conclude the call, Prabhu? I have to go to the office.
Sure, Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chakalpatarubhyasya कृपासिन्धुभ्यो पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्री प्रभुपाद।